League between Hibs and Celtic. My name is Alex Iron, seeing you through all the action this afternoon. With Hibs, not a lot to play for, a very, very slight chance of getting into that last Conference League place, which is currently occupied by Motherwell in fourth place. Hibs sit 6 points behind them with a game in hand. A win for them would take them 3 points behind, whereas for Celtic, a win is at most importance. 3 points behind Hearts at the top of the table, although the win would put them a game ahead of Hearts, who play Rangers in third tomorrow. Celtic need to win to keep their title hopes alive, and are of course currently reigning champions in the SPFL. Of course, it's a much changed side between the two. Hibs, who lost in their last game at home to Hearts last weekend, had two players sent off. Their goalkeeper Salinger and midfielder Paslak were both sent off in that game, and they're also without Grant Hanley as well. So no Felix Paslak, no Rafael Salinger. They're also without Rudy Molotokinov, who's out for the season, as is Josh Mulligan, and Munish Garanga is also out with a hamstring injury. So much changed Hibs squad this afternoon. They're playing in a 3-4-1-2 formation, with Smith in goal, and a back three, of course, for Hibs of O'Hora, Bashiri and Iredale. Megwa, Chaiwa, Newell and Cadden are the midfield three, with McGrath in front of them, the sole attacking midfielder, and Boyle and Elding are the front two for Hibs this afternoon. Martin O'Neill's side, a lot of injuries in his side, with Donovan, Arujo, Schmeichel, Osmond, Montgomery, Carter Vickers and Jota all out until the end of the season. So they line up as follows: Sinisalo in goal, a back four of Johnston, Trusty, Scales and Tierney from right to left. Engel and McGregor at captain are the defensive midfield two, with Chineki, Nigran and Yang in the attacking midfield three, and their top goal scorer Daisuke Maeda, who has scored 2 from the last 3 games. He is the sole striker for the visitors this afternoon. All to play for, flags waving around Easter Road. The last time that these two sides met, it was Hibs that came away with a 2-1 win back in February. But Celtic have won 3 of the last 5 clashes between these two sides. David Gray having to field a much changed team, considering 2 of his players were sent off against Hearts last weekend, and he has also stated that he has dismissed any thought that the title race will be on his players' mind, pointing out that they are fully motivated to catch Motherwell, who lost yesterday at 6th place Falkirk. Of course, this league has now split in 2, so Falkirk bottom of the top 6 and are looking very unlikely to get close to a Conference League place this season, whereas Hibs still have a slight dream of European football in front of them as the players make their way out onto the field to a lively Easter Road, not quite packed. Both sets of players getting a round of applause as Pyro fills the stands, or just in front of the stands. Celtic setting out their whole allocation. Hibs not so much. Of course, the green and white hoop side from Edinburgh have a lot less to play for this afternoon. Martin O'Neill has done wonders with this Celtic side, coming in twice already this season to pick up the reins. doing so the second time round to save Celtic season from the former goalkeeper or former manager from the MLS, who had a bit of a disaster of the season, or disaster reign during the season. That came to a head when they lost to Celtic at home at the beginning of the year. The players out onto the field. Handshakes made. Both sets of players just getting into a huddle in their represented fields, or part of the field. It'll be Hibs in green shirts with white sleeves, white shorts, white socks, and Celtic in black with green pinstripe hoops, black shorts, black socks as well, in what should be a very, very open encounter between these two. Celtic with it all to play for. Hearts with a very, very slight chance of picking up European football next season. Martin O'Neill will want his team to leave everything on the field, and more importantly to pick up all 3 points as well. As would David Gray, the Hibs manager. Referee looking at his watch. Be Celtic to get underway, playing from right to left in black with fluorescent green pinstripes, and Hibs from left to right in emerald green shirts, white sleeves, white shorts, green socks, and we are underway. Ball on this left hand side, 15 yards inside the Celtic half. It goes from left to right into the centre right channel, this time with Trusty. Moves the ball forward up to the right hand side just over the halfway. Long ball pinged up over the top. Celtic trying to find a hole, but it's cut out, but it's not put out of play. Celtic pick it up on the edge of on the byline, parallel the 18-yard box, and have worked it back inside their own half and all the way back to their goalkeeper Sinisalo. The Finnish keeper shifts it up to this near side. Ball hooked up long over the top, headed away by a Hibs defender, and a foul on the halfway line on Chaiwa. Sees Hibs get a free kick, which they take quickly. They work out to left hand side, trying to work out over the halfway line, shimming past the Celtic defender, and the long ball is cut out, and Celtic win it back just inside their own half. Move it back 10 yards, then into the middle, finding Trusty. Ball moved over to Kieran Tierney, the former Arsenal left back. Shifts it inside to Scales, out to left hand side again to find Kearney on the halfway line. His ball forward is cut inside by a Hibs defender, and they win a free kick for a tackle on behind on O'Hora. Into the first minute and a half of this game. Hibs 0, Celtic 0. Ball with Bashiri, shifts it out to Iredale. He with a long ball forward, looking to find the tackler in Elding, but it's cut out by the goalkeeper Sinisalo, who puts it out for a throw in deep inside Celtic territory. Over on the left hand side, 15 yards away from goal. Hibs to potentially put in a long throw. Hops goes short at the edge of the 18-yard box. A really poor throw in the end, and it's cut out by Celtic. Ball up to the halfway line, cut out by Bashiri. They shift it out to the left hand side, but it's won back by Celtic on their right hand side. Ball shifted inside and cutting across, looking to find an attacking player. It's finding one in Tierney. Ball up over the halfway line. He opts to cut back to find Scales. He shifts it across to Trusty, the centre right back position, just in front of the halfway line. Ball moved forward 25 yards, out to the right hand side to find Yang. He shifts the ball inside. Scales again on the halfway line in that centre left position, drifting to left hand side, finding Tierney, pushing forward, one-on-one, sides up back to Scales, looking to twist and turn, goes back to McGregor in a deeper position, shifts the ball across to find Trusty in that centre right position on the halfway line. He shifts the ball forward to Engels. He pushes forward, out to the right hand side to Yang, cutting across, finding Ingles again, shifts it out to the right-hand byline. He looks at cut across and opts to go back to Trusty on the halfway line. He shifts across the central left to Scales and back to Trusty again, push back 10 yards, ball put out to the right-hand edge on the right-hand side inside Hibs half. And now Celtic try and shift the ball out to the left-hand side, through McGregor to Scales, finding Kieran Tierney, back to Scales, first time pass from him as he pushes the ball forward, up to McGregor, gives it back to Tierney, he shifts it to Scales again, finding Sinisalo inside the D. Celtic with all the possession so far in the first 4 minutes or so, as they try and shift the ball up the right-hand side. This time Yang, halfway inside his own half, cuts inside, moves the ball up to the halfway line. That's a foul from Bashiri on Maida, just running into the back of Daizen Maida. Just to slow things down, which McGregor puts the ball down and takes it quickly, shifts the ball out to the right-hand side. It's a poor pass from Engels, goes out for, or from Johnston, goes out for a throw-in to Hibs, 20 yards inside their own half. Throw-in to be taken down the left-hand side by Iredale. Shifts it into Bashiri on the edge of his area, under pressure, passes it to the goalkeeper Smith, shifts it out to the right-hand side in a lot in deep inside their own half and playing dangerously Hibs as the ball goes out of play for a throw-in to the home side. Come off a Celtic player last, a pressing Celtic player, as Rangers were playing very, very deep inside their own half in the right-hand corner. Going to be taken on this near side by O'Hora, halfway inside the Hibs half. O'Hora picks it up from the player that received the ball, shifts it back to the goalkeeper. He hooks it out long to the left-hand side, still halfway inside their own half. Hibs and struggling to get out to go into the corner. Meisner picks it up, and now Celtic can break inside the penalty area. Shift ball cut inside, the shot is blocked, and Hibs can get it away. Hibs playing themselves into a lot of danger. And now they try and break the ball down the left-hand side. It's gone out for a throw into Hibs as the clearance was blocked by Megwa. Celtic playing themselves, or Hibs playing themselves in a lot of trouble, and a shot by Nigran couldn't beat the first defender. A great tackle by Bashiri just to get his body in front of the ball, and Hibs can breathe a sigh of relief. For O'Hora of the throw, halfway inside the Hibs half. He opts to go long up over the halfway line, headed on but won back by Trusty. He, under no real pressure, takes it back to the goalkeeper Sinisalo inside the 18-yard box. He shifts it out to Scales on the left-hand side, just in front of the 18-yard box, back into the goalkeeper, shifted across to Trusty on the right-hand side in front of the 18-yard box, then to Johnston, tries to play the ball down the line, finding Yang, who finds Johnston again just behind him, and the ball goes deeper in Celtic's half, back to Trusty again, and into the 6-yard box to Sinisalo, shifts to the cross goal to the left-hand side to find Scales. Low pass forward, Celtic try and work the ball into the centre circle, but it's won back by Hibs, by O'Hora, who finds a defender, and it goes all back to the goalkeeper Smith, just in front of the 18-yard box. Of course, filling in for Salinger, who was sent off against Hearts last time around. And Celtic win the ball back with Tierney on the halfway line, looking to shift the ball forward. The ball came off the number 23 Tunieki, and Hibs won it back. The ball now on the right-hand side with Johnston for Celtic. Long ball up over the top, finding Maida. He breaks into the 18-yard box, and the shot is scaled up over the top of the crossbar from Maida. It's a great ball from McGregor. Maida in acres of space. He beats the offside trap. He controls the ball behind him, and a shot from just on the right-hand side of the 18-yard box is blazed up over the top of the crossbar. Hibs nil, Celtic nil, but it's been all Celtic so far. 73% possession for the visitors compared to Hibs 27. Long ball from Smith, headed back to Sinisalo. He collects it on the edge of the 18-yard box, rolls it out to Scales on his left-hand side. He finds Tierney. Gives it back to Scales, back to Sinisalo again. Shifts the ball out to the right-hand side to Trusty, deep inside their own half. Long ball pumped up by him, looking for Yang, but it's won back by Hibs on their left-hand side, and the player is fouled on that left-hand side. Engels seems to have fouled the Hibs attacker. Maybe a Hibs free kick over on that left-hand side. It's about 35 yards out. O'Hora with his hand up in the box. Two players standing over the top of it. Ball goes in towards the edge of the 6-yard box, headed back into the 18-yard box. Hibs still with it on this right-hand side. Cross goes in towards the edge of the box. It's headed away. One back by Hibs. The shot is blazed over the top of the crossbar into the Celtic fans behind the goal. And they take it quickly with Tierney. He drives forward up towards the halfway line. The ball is intercepted and out by Megwa. Maybe a throw in to Celtic. Shifted out to the right hand side. They find Trusty, looking to find Johnson. It's cut out on that right hand side. Trusty wins it back inside his own half, finding Sinisalo on the edge of his 18-yard box. Inside the D, shifts the ball forward, finding McGregor. Back to Sinisalo under pressure, shifts the ball out to the left hand side to Scales. He moves the ball forward 5 yards to find Tierney. They look to push forward down this left hand side, but under pressure from two Hibs attackers. Ball up from Tierney up over the halfway line, brought down nicely by Negron. He shifts the ball into the inside looking for Maida, but it's cut out by Hibs. They just about keep hold of the ball inside their own half. Megwa loses out and Celtic win it back. They shifted into the inside of the centre circle with Trusty, looking for Johnson on the right hand side, finding him 10 yards inside the Hibs half. Pushing forward, ball pushed forward another 10 yards, finding Yang. He shifts it back inside the deeper inside the Hibs half, and now they can push forward with McGregor into the halfway line, I should say, finding Scales. Then Tierney on the left hand side, finding Engels. Back to Scales, he pushes forward half inside the Hibs half, looking to edge the ball deeper towards the 18-yard box, and the shot is blazed over the top of the crossbar from the defender Liam Scales. 10 minutes into this first half, all Celtic so far, still 0-0 between the two sides. And Bashiri's been trusted to take the goal kick, which he's got on the edge of the 6-yard box. Feeds it back into the goalkeeper Smith. It's a long ball from him up towards the halfway line, headed on by Scales, finding Tierney inside the Hibs half. They push forward with Negron, looking to find Shuneki on the edge of the left hand side. His cross-in is out for a corner as Bashiri put in a sliding tackle to see the ball out for Hibs. Celtic win a corner, their first of the afternoon, on this near side, to be taken by Engels. Puts the ball down just about in the quadrant, does Engels. 7 or 8, about 8-9 players crowding in the 18-yard box. Arm up from Engels. Cross-in doesn't beat the first man. Headed away and up, still inside the 18-yard box. Then headed away by Bashiri out to the right-hand side. McGregor picks it up. And now Celtic can try and push in the central channel. Ball chipped up over the top, down this left-hand side. Still one back by Chuneki. Comes off of Megwa last. There'll be a throw-in to Celtic on this near side, to be taken by Tierney, finding Chuneki in the left-hand corner. Celtic win another throw-in on this near side. Tierney finding Scales halfway inside the Hibs half, goes into the centre circle, finding Trusty. Puts it on one foot and then the left, right, then the left, then back on the right again. Finding Johnson, back to Trusty, shifts it out to the left to Scales. Now inside the Hibs half, finding Kieran Tierney, number 63, shifts it back inside to Scales. Sinisalo's gone a long way out of his penalty area to pick up the ball. It's about 40 yards away from his goal. Trusty with the ball up over the top, finding an attacker down the right hand side. Yang looks to put the ball in, but he's lost his balance. The goalkeeper comes out. Yang picks it up again. Nigren on the inside the 18-yard box shoots. It's blocked. Yang Nigren again puts it onto his right foot, trying to find a gap to shoot. Has to lay off to find McGregor. Shifts it onto his left foot, and Celtic lining up. McGregor can't get it away, and now Hibs can break away, but the referee's given a free kick to Celtic on the edge of the 18-yard box. And it looked as though it could have been it. I thought the referee was going to give a yellow card. There's a foul on Engels. I'm just trying to see where. I think it was a foul on Engels. There was a trip as Hibs were about to break it. So Yang had brought the ball down, tried to cross the ball in. A sliding tackle had come in. Maida had come in front of the goalkeeper Smith to win the ball back as well. I don't know if Smith got a touch on Maida. It could have been touch and go that. It'll be a free kick to Celtic. Just looking back on the replay, was it a foul on Daisuke Maida from Smith? I don't think it was. I think Smith got a good glove full of that ball before he got anywhere close to Maida. The Celtic from 20 yards out, just to the right of centre. The Swede Benjamin Nigren standing over it. It's a very, very congested wall. Not only are there Hibs players, there's a Celtic wall in front of the Hibs wall. And there's 5 players each in those walls. Shot by Nigren, doesn't beat either of the walls. And bounces all the way back, another 40 yards. Scales on the left-hand side, receives the ball. Beats his defender, looking to push forward, having to shift it out to the left-hand side to find Chineki, who goes all the way back to his goalkeeper, Sinisalo. And just outside of his 18-yard box, he feeds the ball forward to find McGregor. Drifting into the central channel, shifted out to the right hand side to find Trusty, back to Sinisalo in the D, shifted out square to the left hand side to find Scales, then Tierney just in front of him on the left hand edge, has to shimmy through one Hibs defender, and now Celtic can look to feed the ball down the right hand side, looking to find Yang, but it's cut out on that right hand side by Iredale, and he can shift the ball forward up Hibs' left hand side, headed away by Trusty, one back by Celtic by Engels, out to Johnson on the right hand side. Ball moved forward 15 yards inside the Hibs half. Now they can push with Yang, looking to break inside the 18-yard box, feeds the ball inside to Nigren, finds Yang again inside the box. Low cross in is saved by Scales, dived on nicely by the reserve goalkeeper for Hibs. And Celtic slowly growing into this game more and more, and Maida would have been offside anyway, as he was just ahead of Yang as the ball had come in. And Hibs have it on the halfway line on his left hand side, but one back again by Chuneki on this left hand side, and now they can move forward with Johnson on their right. Moving the ball into the halfway line to Nigren, finds Trusty, ball shifted out to this left hand side to find Kieran Tierney, 5 yards away from halfway, shifts the ball back to Scales, 10 yards still on this left hand side, and so that's the central left channel. Finding Tierney again on the left hand side in Hibs territory by 10 yards or so. He has to cut inside under pressure, finding Scales, moving the ball forward again, and then all the way back to Sinisalo this time, who chests the ball down up over the top of him and has to bring it down behind him. Ball out to the right hand side to Trusty, halfway inside the Celtic half, plays it square to Scales, pushes the ball forward, shifts it out to the left hand side to Tierney. Ball up over the top by him, goes nowhere, and will be collected by the goalkeeper Smith. He brings the ball down, slowly moving the ball between his feet out to the edge of the 18-yard box. Long boot up from him, doesn't get past Scales though, deep inside the Celtic half. One back by Hibs, but they're just a bit too slow, and Meg was just too slow. Now they can push down this left-hand side. Celtic with Chineki, tries to get past his defender, has to shift back, then twists and turns, goes down. Celtic still have it, low ball crossed in, is chipped and cleared away. And it breaks down the left-hand side. McCadden looks to get the ball clear. It's not a great clearance by him. Sliding tackle on Johnston. That's a free kick for Celtic and a yellow card this time for McGrath. The attacking midfielder for Hibs sliding in on Johnston. It's a bit of a high boot around the ankle. Only warrants the Irish Jamie McGrath a yellow card. He's only had one touch so far during this game. Callum's really poor clearance is what got him in trouble. Celtic are really building momentum at this moment in time. It wouldn't surprise me if VAR looked at that. They are looking for a possible red card. That's what VAR are checking. And if they do get another red card, that'll be their third in 2 games for Hibs. And the referee points to the monitor, and he's going to go and have a look. Here's the referee. As he runs to the monitor, it does not look good for Jamie McGrath. VAR just looking at this one. Hibs, of course, had 2 players sent off in their game against Hearts last weekend. And it's a sliding tackle from behind by McGrath that catches the shin of Johnston. And the referee is getting the yellow card out. And it's a red card for Jamie McGrath. Hibs are down to 10 in the first 20 minutes of this game. And they're going to have it all to do now. Hibs down to 10 men. A sliding tackle from Jamie McGrath, catching the defender Alistair Johnson quite high on the shin. Initially given as a yellow card, then given as a red by VAR. And Hibs are down to 10 men and will have to play the rest of this game with a man down. Johnson looks okay to continue, does the young Canadian. Free kick will be taken from the right-hand side. Crossing towards the 6-yard box, headed away, but falls to a Celtic defender. Ball laid off to Negron. His shot is blocked. It'll be another corner, second of the afternoon for Celtic. And if you're a Hearts fan, your heart will be very much in your mouth. Although I'd be very surprised if any Hearts fan would have trusted their cross-city rivals to do the job against Celtic this afternoon. Corner to be taken by Kieran Tierney. Crossing towards the 6-yard box, headed up but not necessarily away. Then headed away at the second attempt and then hoofed clear up over the halfway line to Johnston. That's now 4 red cards in 3 games for Hibs now, following that red card to McGrath. Ball with Smith inside the 18-yard box. He looks to hook the ball long. 3 of those red cards have come in the first half for Hibs. But they're on the attack in the centre circle, and they win themselves a free kick as well. Tackled by Negron on the Hibs number 11 Newell. It's a rather poor and reckless challenge in the scene. Hibs down to 10 men, but they have a free kick inside the centre circle to be taken by Cadden. Hibs looking to undo some of the damage they've caused themselves already. Cadden with the free kick, 5 yards inside the Celtic half. Every single player inside the Celtic half apart from the goalkeeper. Cadden, centre right, long ball into the 18-yard box, runs all the way through to Sinistalo. and he can roll the ball out to the right-hand side. Yang driving forward, Johnson on the overlap. Long ball in, looking for Maida, finding Maida, lovely pass in the 18-yard box. Maida is just short on goal. Lovely counter-attack by Celtic. Daisuke Maida dragging his shot just shy of the far post. Yang finding Maida, who beats the defender. He gets past Bashiri, and the shot from 10 yards out is just inches wide. The Celtic looking more and more dangerous. And they'll get the game back underway, Hibs. The Celtic looking more and more likely to grab this first goal. Ball up over the halfway line, headed away by Trusty. Headed back by Bashiri. One back by Celtic again. He beats Maida. Ball hooked up into the air by Megwa. One back by Engels. And Celtic have it again with McGregor inside the centre circle. He flicks it back to Trusty inside the Celtic half. He finds Scales back over the halfway line. Finding Tierney to his left. Looking to beat the defender. Pushing forward. Having to shift back to Scales though. Ball shifted inside to Trusty. Halfway inside the Hibs half. Ball out to Johnson on the right hand side. Looking to beat the defender. Cutting inside. Having to shift back to Negron. Finding Scales 30 yards away. Slap bang in the centre. Shifting out to Kieran Tierney on the left hand side. Crossing towards the 18-yard box is cleared away. Only as far as Trusty. Inside to McGregor. Then shifted out to left hand central channel to Scales. Then out to Tierney, parallel the edge of the 18-yard box, looking to get past his defender on the left-hand side. Crossing is up towards the far post and headed away. And out for a goal kick. It seemed to come off Yang last. Chineki down the left-hand side doing wonders. Going one-on-one with the defender. Crossing the ball in a sort of dink up over the top, and Yang coming together with Catton was deemed to have come off the Chinese international last. South Korean international last. Goal kick taken by the Hibs goalkeeper. Ball pinballs around and goes out for a throw in on this near side for Celtic. Taken quickly by Tierney. Halfway inside the Celtic half. Ball shifted across by Scales to Trusty in the central right hand channel. Moves the ball up to halfway on the right hand side to Johnson. He pushes forward. He has Yang on his right hand side. Shifts it inside to McGregor. Then across again to the central left hand channel to Scales. He pushes forward. Cuts it back with his left foot. Feeds it back inside. Finding Trusty. Moves the ball forward to Johnson. He finds the South Korean Yang. Parallel the edge of the 18-yard box on the right hand side. Now McGregor. Dink ball up over the top. Headed away. Back to McGregor though. He finds Scales in the central left-hand channel. Out to the left-hand side, finding Chineki. Kearney on the overlap. Looks to cut inside again. Gets past Megwa. Finds Scales. Then finds Tierney on the edge of the 18-yard box. Dink cross in. Headed away by Bashiri. Only about 10-15 yards. One back by Celtic, then cleared away by Bashiri again. Up to the halfway line. Under pressure, Trusty goes back to the goalkeeper, Sinisalo. He finds Scales, who can recycle. Ball up to the halfway line on the left-hand side. Finding Tierney. Then back inside to Scales again. Crossfield into the centre circle, into the central right-hand channel to Trusty. Finding Johnson on the right-hand side. Ball up to the edge of the half. Nice little through ball in on the right-hand side. Right deep in Hibs territory. Headed away by three Hibs players. One back by Chineki. Shot though goes in. It's saved. And the Negron can't get there. And Hibs win it back on that left-hand side. Nice save by the goalkeeper Smith down to his left-hand side. Celtic edging closer and closer. Negron takes the throw quickly, finding McGregor into the centre circle to Scales. Tierney on the central left-hand channel, finding Chineki on the left-hand side. Tierney on the overlap, cuts inside. He finds Negron, then to Tierney again, has to cut it back to Scales. Ball goes back inside, halfway inside the Hibs half to Trusty. Under no pressure, moves the ball forward. Nice little through ball, looking for the run of Negron, and it runs out for a goal kick to Hibs. And it is still Celtic who are piling the pressure on Hibs. It was a nice save by the goalkeeper Smith. It was right at him though. He got down to his left-hand side to palm the ball away. He didn't have to stretch for it. Jordan Smith, the Englishman, to take the restart. It is still 0-0 between Hibs and Celtic, but it has been all Celtic so far. Hibs haven't had a shot on goal. That's how one-sided it has been so far. Trusty finds Scales on the halfway line. That central left-hand channel. Feeds it square to Trusty again on the other side of the centre circle. Shifts out to the right-hand side to find Johnson. He pushes forward, finding Yang on the right-hand edge, looking to cut inside and beat his defender. Has to stop turn, finds Negrin in the 18-yard box, who finds McGregor, who shots from distance, is blocked by Bashiri. And Hibs playing themselves in a lot of trouble trying to run across goal. Putting the ball out to the left-hand side, the ball goes out for a throw-in to Celtic, and Elding, who's a lot deeper than he's used to being, running across goal to hook the ball out of play. Celtic have it on this left-hand side with Tierney inside the Hibs half. Long ball up over the top, looking to find Chineki, finding him 5 yards away from goal. Bashiri was there to hook the ball out. It'll be a goal kick to Hibs after the ball had come off Chineki last. It was Megwa who had got the initial clearance away. We've got 15 minutes left. As just looking back on Chineki getting that last touch before the ball had gone out of play. 15 minutes left of the first half. It has been all Celtic. 82% possession compared to Hibs' 18. And Celtic have it again inside the centre circle. Yang, ball up at the top, looking to find Maida. Cut out by Bashiri. Long ball up to the right-hand side for Hibs. Trying to push forward is Elding, but he's offside. And Celtic have it back and they take it quickly with Trusty. They try and push forward in that central right-hand channel with Johnston. Finding Yang on the right-hand side. Ball cutting across. Negrin looking to shift it onto his right foot. Under pressure, can't get it a shot away. Finds Johnson instead in the 18-yard box. His cross is blocked, goes out for a corner. Yep, it goes out for a corner. Bouncing very slowly out for a corner, but it's Celtic's third of the afternoon. It'll be taken by Kieran Tierney over on the right-hand side for Celtic. Scales inside the 6-yard box on the far post. Tierney with his hand up. Cross in by Tierney in towards the 6-yard box, towards the far post. It's headed away by Megwa. Only as far as the edge of the 18-yard box. Celtic win it back. McGregor shifts it into Johnson. Flicks it out to the right-hand side. Finds Tierney, who's still there, crossing towards the far post. Is headed towards goal. It's out for a goal kick. There's Trusty moving forward and having an attempt on goal. He goes out for a goal kick to Hibs. And it'll be taken by Smith, who puts the ball out to the 6-yard box. It has been all Celtic in this first half, an hour. Not a lot for the Hibs fans to cheer for. Only 17% possession, 1 total shot, and they've only had 2 touches inside the box as well. As the goal kick goes straight back to Celtic, and they can go again. Long ball up down the right-hand side, looking for Yang, who's running onto it. Picks it up in the right-hand corner. Crosses the ball in first time. It's blocked by Iredale. Goes out for a corner again for Celtic as they apply the pressure even more so. Taken quickly. Finding McGregor on the right-hand side. Parallel the edge of the 18-yard box. Finding Yang, who just about makes it on time from being in an offside position. Inside to Trusty. 35 yards away from goal. Into the central left-hand channel to Scales. Back to Trusty in the middle again. He moves the ball forward 10 yards to the right-hand side. Shot from distance from Johnson, goes all the way through and goes straight out of play. And it'll be a goal kick to the home side with just over 12 minutes to go. The young Canadian having a shot from goal, trying his chances. No luck so far for Celtic, who keep knocking on the door. kick taken is a long one by Smith, up over the halfway line, straight out for a throw on this near side, aiming for the players on Hibbs' on right, looking for Elding. Goes straight out of play. Celtic have it back with Trusty on the central right channel, now up over halfway. Johnson finds Yang on the right hand edge, looks to cut inside, plays the ball to Negron, gets a one-touch pass, shifts it out to Tierney, finding Chuneki on the edge of the box on this left hand side, looking to cut it onto his right foot, feeds it back inside to Tierney, breaking inside the box, can't get past the defender, and it's eventually cleared away by Hibbs. It's up in the air. Trusty heads it back into the box to find Yang, who's in an offside position, and Hibbs get a free kick and can ease a little bit of pressure. The assistant's flag had gone up over on the far side. It has been all Celtic so far between these two sides. The only real action of note is when Jamie McGrath got his red card in the 21st minute. It's a long ball by Smith, headed away by Trusty, up to the halfway line, finding Negron. He shifts it back into the central right position. Johnson drives forward up to the halfway line, finding Yang on the right hand side. Has to drift across, finding Scales in the central left position. Shifts it out to the left hand side where he was going to. Now he does do so under pressure from the Hibbs attack. Goes back to Sinisalo, who's on the halfway line, playing more of a sweeper role as he shifts the ball out to Trusty in the centre right position, into McGregor inside the centre circle, shifts it square to the left hand side, Scales, then out to the left hand edge, finding Chuneki, has to cut inside, finding Trusty, inside again, central right position, this time with Negron. Johnson finding Yang on the right hand side, parallel the edge of the 18-yard box, looks to take on his defender and down to the byline, beats the defender, puts the ball in, it's cleared away by Bashiri, and it rolls out of play for a corner. Again for Celtic, it's another corner. Left by Negron for Engels. The expected goals for Celtic 1.4, and it's still 0-0 in the last 10 minutes. Ball in by Engels. It's a low one over the top of Yang, and it's left by Yang, and now Hibbs can break down this left hand side. They can't get the ball away, and it's won back by McGregor, the captain. He finds Engels in the middle, then to Scales, still inside the Hibbs half. Trying to push forward here, Celtic, with Chuneki, finding Kieran Tierney on the left-hand side. He's pushed away by Megwa. Still with possession here, Celtic. Down the left-hand side, Engels, finding Chuneki, 15 yards away from goal. Has to cut back on his right foot, low cross into Engels, who can't keep the ball. But Celtic look to feed the ball back to Engels, but it's cleared away, and Celtic have it back. Trusty, finding Negron, finding Scales, ball into the edge of the 18-yard box. Negron, low pass to Engels, trying to find player down the right hand side. Johnson was there, but it's cleared away, and all the way back to the goalkeeper at the edge of the centre circle. Scales now inside Hibbs territory, finding McGregor, shifts out to the right hand side to find Trusty, then to Johnson again. It's all Celtic at the moment. Driving forward is Johnson to the edge of the 18-yard box on the right hand side, step over, looking to cut across, no one to give it to, finding Tierney eventually, then Scales. Hibbs standing firm, and Celtic move the ball across to Yang on the right hand side. One touch pass to Johnson, then back to Yang again, then to McGregor, inside to Negron, finding Trusty this time. Scales again in the central left position. Celtic being pushed further back slowly but slowly. They try and shift the ball into the 18-yard box. Yang lays a one touch pass to Negron, who can't get his shot away, and he's run into traffic. Finds Yang, shifts it out to Johnson on the right hand side, looking to push the ball in, then into Trusty on the edge of the box. Trusty shoots from distance, and it's straight into the arms of Smith, and he gets down low and stays on the floor just to slow things down. It's a nice curling shot by Trusty, the American Austin Trusty. Ball hooked over the top by Smith, it runs long, and McGregor will be there to clean it up, and he shifts the ball across to the American trustee. Ball played forward 25 yards. Johnson driving forward to his Canadian teammate, finding Yang on the right-hand side, getting more and more frustrated. Finding Negron, back to Yang again, tries the long ball in, it's blocked. One back by Celtic as they try and shift down the central left-hand channel. Shot from McGregor is over the top of the crossbar. And Celtic still knocking at the door. And they can't break through this Hibs back line. As I said, expected goals 1.4. They've had 85% possession throughout this first half. And for those that didn't pass their GCSE maths, that's 15% possession to Hibs. And the only reason why I say that is because I'm one of those people. 14 shots for Celtic, only 1 for Hibs so far, but only 2 on target for Celtic. And their lack of accuracy is where they may falter this afternoon, because they have the ball again in that central right-hand channel as they break over the halfway line with Johnston. Plays the ball out to the right-hand side to find Yang. Inside he finds McGregor. Ball shifting to the middle channel to find Scales. Out to left-hand side to find Chuneki. Looking to shift it onto his right foot, get past Megwa. Breaks past Megwa to the edge of the box. Tries to shift it in, it goes out of play for a corner. It's another corner for the away side. It'll be taken by Engels. On this near side. We're entering the last 5 minutes of the 45. Scales in the box, heavily marked. Every single player, it looks like, they're in that 6-yard box. Crossing is headed away. Falls to the edge of the box to find McGregor, who's shot on the volley. Can't beat the first offender, but Celtic win it back. And they decide to go back to Sinisalo, who's halfway inside his own half. Shifted out to central left-hand channel. McGregor inside to Scales. Opted to find Chuneki on the left-hand side. One-on-one with Megwa. Has to shift it back, finding Kieran Tierney. Shifts it inside to Scales. Then across into the central right-hand channel. Out to the right-hand side. 20 yards away. Yang, one-on-one. Looking to beat Iredale. Looking to put a cross in. Can't do so. Finds a player on the edge of the 18-yard box. 15 yards away from goal. Nice little one-touch pass. Ball in towards the 18-yard box. It's in. Celtic keep knocking and knocking, and eventually they find their goal, but the offside flag is up on Dyson Maida. And Hibs breathe a sigh of relief as the one-touch pass from Negron to Yang, and Maida is just in an offside position, clearly offside by about a yard or two, ahead of the defensive line. And Hibs breathe a sigh of relief. VAR are checking it anyway. And VAR still checking it. Referee talking to Yang. Just looking back on the replay, and Dyson Maida is a yard or two offside. The ball is behind the 6-yard box and he's inside of it. So I'm not sure why VAR are looking at it. And they've given the goal. Celtic have scored. Dyson Maida looked as though he was in an offside position, but VAR have awarded the goal. Hibs 0, Celtic 1, and because Dyson Maida is behind the ball, the goal stands. He's about an inch behind the ball, he's ahead of the defence, and because of that, the goal is given, and Celtic, after knocking and knocking, have been given a 1-0 lead, and they have the ball from the restart. Ball up over the top, looking to find Maida again, finding Chuneki on the left-hand side, on the edge of the 18-yard box. Celtic with 1, can they get 2 before half-time? Ball looking for Engels, who has a shot from the edge of the 18-yard box, takes a wicked deflection and goes out for a corner. And when you've had 85% possession, a goal is probably what you deserve. To be taken by Engels. Ball not on the quadrant, but he's going to be allowed to take it anyway. Engels with the whip ball in towards the 6-yard box, headed away, swipe clearance, but Hibs pick it up only as far as Chuneki, out to the left hand side to find Kieran Tierney, first time crossing towards the 6-yard box, runs all the way out for a goal kick, and Hibs maybe feel a little bit unlucky to have been a goal down after VAR looked at Maida's tap in from 6 yards out. Celtic fans won't care, they're in full voice. 1 minute left of the 45. Taken by Smith. This goal kick goes out for another throw on the halfway line. And they give the ball back to Celtic just inside their own half. Taken by Tierney, finding Scales. Ball into the centre circle to find Trusty. Shifts up over halfway, finding Johnston. He drives forward up towards the 18-yard box, finding Yang to his right. On the byline, back to Johnston again. 30 yards away, McGregor finding Trusty in the middle. Finds Scales just in front of him in the centre left position. Shifts the ball out to Chuneki on the left-hand edge. Looks to get past Megda. Looks to break into the 18-yard box. Does do so. Left by Kieran Tierney. And Hibs can get it clear up to the halfway line. Up to Sinisalo. He's more of a sweeper keeper at the moment. Finding Trusty. Got 3 minutes left of this first half. 3 added on. Ball shifted out to the left-hand side to find the Chuneki. With a couple of step-overs, looks to beat his defender. Cuts inside. Shot and is blocked. This time by Megwa. And Celtic still have it this time in the centre circle with Trusty. Shifts out to the central right-hand channel. Johnston finding Yang on the right-hand edge. 25 yards away from goal. That's a big tackle by Cadden. Ball goes out of play for a throw-in. Taken by Yang. Very, very close to being a foul throw. But Celtic still have it with Scales. Out to left-hand side to find Chuneki. One-on-one with Megwa. Looks to cut inside on the edge of the 18-yard box. Finding a teammate. Back to Chuneki again. Crossing towards the far post. Headed up by Yang and headed away by Yang. It's going to roll to the byline and now to play for a goal kick to Hibs with 2 minutes left of the 3 alighted minutes. And I don't think that Celtic manager Martin O'Neill is going to be very happy with this side's performance so far. They've had so much possession, 86% now, and they've not made the most of their chances. 18 shots, 3 on target. Yes, they might be 1-0 up, but they should really be further ahead than they are already. As Celtic have the ball inside their own half, deep inside their own half. Johnson finding Yang on the right-hand side. He played 1.5 minutes. The Celtic look to shift the ball into the central left channel, then out to the left-hand side, but it's a poor pass by Scales. It's cut out, and now Hibs can break down this right-hand side with Elding. There's a drift back inside. He's brought down before the ball had gone out of play. That's a foul by Chuneki on Elding. And Hibs will get a chance to whip the ball in from this right-hand side from this free kick. And it's about 35 yards out. Whipped in by Cadden to cross in towards the far post. Punched away by Sinisalo. Still with Hibs though in the last 20 seconds. Ball crossed in towards the far post and headed away only as far as the edge of the 18-yard box. Cadden again crossing with his left foot towards the edge of the 6-yard box. Headed up towards the 6-yard box. Still with it. Hibs with a shot and it's in! Hibs going to go back! Unbelievable! Hibs soak so much pressure. And with the last kick of the first half, they get a goal back. The ball scrambles around inside the 6-yard box. Sinisalo punches it away, but it doesn't get a lot on it. Ball on the edge of the 18-yard box. It's with Cadden who whips the ball in towards the 6-yard box. Celtic head it towards their own goalkeeper. Sinisalo can't punch it. He gets a little bit of a nick on it. And it's Newell with the finishing touch from 8 yards out. Joe Newell puts Hibs level. And maybe if you're a Hearts fan, you can have a little bit of a celebration with Hibs scoring a goal. Joe Newell just in front of goal from 8 yards out. Sinisalo gets a hand to it, but he can't punch it clear. Newell brings it down, it hits his body. There may be suspicions of it hitting his arm. That's what Sinisalo had his arm up for. VAR are going to look at this. It's not been confirmed. VAR are checking possible offside in the build-up play, and I think it might be from the cross from Cadden. An unbelievable end to this first half. So they're looking at handball. It hits his knee. There's a whiff of it coming down on his arm. His arm's in a natural position. It does hit his arm and then it hits his knee, but it hits it above the sleeve. And I don't know if that counts as a rule anymore. We'll have to find out whenever VAR gives this. They're now looking at the possible handball. They're not looking at the offside anymore. So the offside check has been cleared. Now they're looking at the handball. And it does hit Joe Newell's arm above the sleeve as the ball's coming down. His arm's in a natural position. It then hits his knee as he's controlling it. Joe Newell going across to the referee just to have a word to see if there's any kind of update here. The referee still hasn't given anything. As of yet, still 1-1 as it stands. Referee still with the VAR in his ear. David Dickinson. Whistle blows. He gives the goal. Hibs are level. Joe Newell puts his hands up in celebration. And Hibs are 1. Well, Hibs are 1-1. It's now 1-1. They're level. Hibs are level. Joe Newell the equaliser. And you can't say there's anything that Hibs have deserved, because they definitely haven't. And that is half time, just as the kickoff was taken. And wow, what a first half that was. 45 minutes, Celtic with all the possession during that first half. 85% possession compared to Hibs' 15. And a goal from Daisuke Maeda looked as though all that huffing and puffing from Celtic was going to pay off in that first half, and the floodgates looked as though they were about to open. But Hibs' defence held firm again. They're also down to 10 men after Jamie McGrath was sent off for a tackle earlier on in the first half. A rather high one. He was given initially as a yellow card by the referee, David Dickinson, for a tackle on Alistair Johnson. But that was looked at by VAR and given as a red card. And then Hibs, out of nowhere, a whip ball in from the left-hand side, wasn't dealt with by the Finnish goalkeeper, Viljami Sinisalo. It fell to Joe Newell, and he poked the ball home. And after VAR looked at it and looked at it, Hibs are level. We've got another 15 minutes to come. Hopefully it'll be just as exciting as it was in that last couple of minutes.